Welcome back to the lab. We are testing out an apple cider syrup in a bunch of different espresso drinks. So this is our apple cider syrup. Sometimes it's called apple cider molasses. Basically, literally all you do is you take apple cider and just simmer it down for, I think we did about an hour. Yeah. This was like a full half gallon, and that's about the yield it got out of it. So you're reducing it a lot. Basically, there's already so much sugar in the cider. You don't need to like add sugar. You just need to get rid of the extra moisture and water and get it down to a syrup ratio.
Yeah,
so
pretty much makes its own simple syrup by just cooking it down. We will say, like, we filled like a pot, like that big, and we're like, this is way too much, and it made this. So like,
you lose a lot.
Yeah, don't be like, oh, I just want a little bit, make a little saucepan. Buy a half gallon. This will last in your fridge for a good amount.
Oh yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna start an espresso. We're gonna start out really simple and just do like a plain hot latte, espresso syrup, milk, see where it gets us. We a little bit did apple cider already a long time ago with just espresso and fresh apple cider.
Delicious.
And when we did that, I always wanted to do this, and we just didn't have time to get around to it. So I'm very curious, like, what's going to be like when you throw it with milk.
Yeah, it's definitely like a good syrup flavor or like consistency.
Yes.
So it's going to be perfect for like anything that you want to, like any latte, any drink. It's going to definitely incorporate well. Honestly, I would use this baking. Like if you're gonna do something, I'm like, you could do a lot with this. You could even throw in like a cinnamon stick while it cooks down, throw some clove. Like
that's pretty popular.
Yeah, make it like a little more over the top.
I've seen a lot of people like will put it on waffles or like pancakes, stuff like that, which would be delicious. The apple cider espresso was pretty good. So I think this is gonna take it a step further.
How much was this espresso machine?
100 to 130.
So yeah, okay. If you need a good espresso machine, this thing's been nice. I always
it's a trooper.
Home espresso machines.
No, it's a trooper.
For under 150, you can get like something good going.
Okay, I'm gonna hand you that if you want to roughly dish out. I guess you could weigh it out if you wanted to care, but like probably an ounce.
An ounce of
the syrup.
Oh, I might go get the ounces. So we're gonna do 1 ounce.
Yeah. How's it pouring?
It's pouring good. That's 1 ounce, right? We're going to that's a quarter of an ounce? Okay.
Yeah. I think
you're right.
What's nice about this syrup is it's literally like so easy. Like it takes a little bit of time, but you don't need to like fuss with ratios or anything. You literally just simmer apple cider.
Yeah, it's definitely like a set it and forget it, and your whole house or apartment is gonna smell amazing. The whole kitchen. When we were making this in the office, it is very pleasant.
Yes. Hey, look, I'm actually cleaning the steam on, guys.
Yeah, there you go, yeah. Thank God. Oh, am I just pouring this?
Go for it. See if you can get latte art.
Oh, it's curdling.
Uh-oh. I was worried about that. Ooh.
Oh, jeez. Uh-oh.
I realized that as I was making the espresso. It's probably going to curdle. I'm not afraid of some curdled milk.
Sounds weird. You know, it's weird when you think like that's ricotta cheese. Or like that's like it's not, it shouldn't be weird, but like for some reason curdled milk.
It's the texture for people, I think. That's pretty curdled.
Oh, that's very curdled, bro.
Ooh.
Oh, dude, the foam really helped hide the mess of this. Oh, jeez.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
A curdled apple cider latte. Are you drinking it? Can you stomaching it?
Dude, that's straight curdled milk right there. Oh. You know, once you get past the layer of curdled milk,
I'm like filtering it with my teeth.
I know, like a whale. I'm like, dear God, dude, this is thick. That is not good.
The apple does not come through.
Nope.
I'm also not giving it a full
You can't.
drink because it curdled. Okay, well, I should have known.
It's gonna definitely incorporate well.
I knew and realized as soon as I started steaming milk. So we're just gonna go and
that.
ice it and not put milk.
You know, okay, if you did a milk alternative, would it still curdle?
I don't know, actually. That's a good question.
Does anyone know that in the comments? Does like milk, like
I don't think it does.
macadamia nut milk, it when it curdle,
Yeah,
right?
I think you're right. I'm pretty sure you're right.
Because you can do it with that. This is horrendous.
Flavor's not bad. The apple doesn't come through like I want, but
Oh, dude, no. You take a whiff of that and it's like,
well, it's a little sour.
yeah,
Yeah. When I
like
drink
a
it, it's a little sour.
baby throwing up on you. You're
Okay.
like, yeah, there you go.
Way to take it there.
I know. How do you eat? That is what that is.
You know, I can't be right about everything.
No,
So far, I'm
can't be.
not right about a lot of things, but
Well, that's rough. Okay, next up.
the next step, we're going to keep it simple, and then the step after that, we're going to take it a step further. But I think for this one, we're just going to do our syrup and espresso and shake it. I don't know if we'll maybe add tonic, we'll taste it and then add tonic water, I think. And I'll tell you why in a second.
We also have a nice little ginger beer, which I feel is gonna be tasty.
I think
I could see this.
I think it's gonna
I
be
could
delicious.
see either tonic or that being amazing.
Yes. Here. Can you throw it to
Yeah.
grams? I've been chasing a style
Oh,
of
I didn't do fluid ounces when I measured that. I don't think it matters.
the ratios tasted
Honestly,
right, but I don't think it matters.
I added a ton of that apple, the molasses, and it did not come through.
And if we're smart, we can brew this with the syrup
Yeah.
and try ginger beer and tonic water with one shot
Ooh.
full.
I like that. Let's try it. I'm gonna do
Consolidate.
this. Let me pour it into here to melt it.
Yes, perfect idea. Perfect idea. I would have stringed this syrup if I could, because there's like the spices and like pieces of cider, not cider, apples.
So that's 1 ounce. How many ounces of espresso are we doing? 2 ounces of espresso?
I guess keep it tared, and we'll see.
That's true.
It should be about 2.
Me and Kate were talking about trying to find like almost like a quick mix coffee drink. Something easy, just a 1-to-1-to-1 ratio. Espresso, 2 ounces of espresso, 2 ounces of syrup, 2 ounces, or you'd almost do 1 ounce. 2 ounces of syrup sounds aggressive.
Yeah.
But something where you're just, it's easy, ounce of espresso, ounce
Yeah.
of the rendered syrup, ounce of tonic or ounce of ginger beer.
Yeah.
Just something where you're not having to like do all this fuss, quickly batch it out.
And something that's a little, in my head, in a coffee shop, it's a little more upscale. Because it's probably going to only yield like 4 ounces. I'm like thinking in like a strained little coupe glass.
Yeah.
All fancy. Something that's strong, but not just like straight espresso.
I like that.
With some
Honestly,
fun flavor combinations.
And
that's
sounds,
the vibe.
It can sound almost like you're like, oh, that sounds like a lot of money or a lot of work for such a small drink. But if you look at like some high-end tea shops, like they're not dishing out like a mug of tea. It's like a small kettle, probably around 6 ounces. Like you look at like matcha
Yeah.
as well. Like you're not. There's a lot of places that aren't giving out like large drinks.
Right.
But it's high quality. And
Yeah.
you just sip and enjoy it. Leisurely.
Yes. Are we going to try and shake this or just
Oh, yeah.
stir it?
No, I got this.
Let's see what we yielded
Yeah.
here. Okay, so we're about,
2.5 ounces.
because that, yeah. Okay, we're tracking here.
Yeah.
We're tracking here.
Well, that's all incorporated. Okay. So, hopefully these fit together.
We're about to see. I don't have faith. Okay. I misjudged. I'm gonna go sans ice here. I want to try that alone
What?
first. Just like enough for us, yeah. Like just enough to sip it. Or I guess you can, yeah, do that.
You know, I'm not gonna be able to strain that ice out.
That's fine, that's fine. Okay, so this is literally just espresso and our apple cider syrup.
It's a little funky.
It's a little funky. It's a little sour.
You know, it's weird. It's sweet. It's very sweet,
Yeah,
but
it's a little sour.
it's also sour. It's like tang.
Yeah.
Maybe
But
sour is at like it's like a weird tang on the
Yeah,
back.
I mean, that syrup, you're reducing apple cider. It got a little, if you taste it on its own, it's a little tangy. So
Yeah.
you're fighting that a little bit when you're making these.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, it's not overly, it's very well balanced.
Yeah.
Even with it being a little tangy, it's really well balanced.
Okay, I'm gonna try it with.
All right. Should we go ginger
We've never
beer?
done anything scientific here, so why start now? We're gonna
Exactly.
just riff on this.
I'm excited for the ginger beer. I think that's going to be the key. If we about double our ratios here,
Yeah, I would say yeah, like a 1-to-1 again.
1-to-1.
Wait,
This is going
again,
to be good.
Get the small can. Whenever you can,
Yeah.
get something individual.
I didn't even know they made it that small.
It's perfect, isn't it?
It's sweet.
like you just everything needs to be sparkly.
Okay, ginger beer.
That's amazing.
That is really good. I want more apple.
Yeah.
I'm going to add a little more apple in there.
Again, I think we could have gone one equal parts espresso to syrup.
Yeah, that might be too much with what I have in here. That's really good.
That's really good.
The ginger beer comes through more than the apple, I would say.
Yeah.
But I feel like it adds something to it that is unseen and untasted.
This is what I would do. I would.
It's really good.
It's so good. Make a syrup. Reduce it down. It's gonna sound weird. Add black peppercorns to it.
Yeah.
Strain everything so it's like a nice thinner syrup. Do a 1-to-1 ratio espresso to the syrup, and then do another equal. So it's 1-to-1-to-1, 3 parts, equal parts.
Yeah.
I'm telling you a little bit of a spice from the peppercorn.
Yeah.
It sounds weird with coffee and peppercorns,
no.
but I'm telling you that
With the ginger, it makes sense.
with the ginger,
Makes
exactly.
sense. I feel like this drink transcends to the level of drink where you're like, you don't taste everything individually.
Yeah.
It kind of creates its own thing, which is confusing because you're like, I don't really taste the apple, which is kind of true.
Yeah.
Overly well balanced that you don't taste the apple in a good way. Like I could crush these.
I know. That's the hardest thing about these videos is like drinking so much coffee so late. This is so good.
It's so good. It's a little sweet.
Yeah. What else I would do? If you made your homemade, like if you're a coffee shop and you want to just go like all out,
Yeah.
Fever Tree is amazing. You could easily make your own ginger beer and just go over the top. I would do either put peppercorns in this and lemongrass, or put lemongrass in your ginger beer when you're like making it homemade. You could also do a little brown sugar or like a nice,
Yeah.
like more dark sugar instead of like just, I don't know, granulated sugar when you make it.
Yeah.
Really get something going with the ginger beer, but that is
Did you try it with tonic yet?
not yet. No.
Okay. All right, I'm throwing some tonic in there. I feel like this will be a good way to test if we taste the
Jeez,
syrup.
That's so.
But that's really good.
Oh.
Ooh, the bubbles.
What's this?
Yeah, you can use that cup if you want. It's up to you. I do need a little more ice. Just look at the foam on that. Oh,
See, I like that.
it's been so wintry. I forgot how much I love a sparkling espresso drink of any fashion.
What I like about this is you could get like a fancy coupe glass,
Oh yeah.
a fancy like any type of glass.
Strain it.
Make
Garnish.
something feel special. I feel like bars have been
Yes.
like they have like the whole market dominate of like we have all the cool glasses and coffee shops are forced to use mugs, but it's like you don't need to drink to have like a cool cup.
Yeah.
Like
A garnish.
A garnish. A nice
A
garnish.
little dehydrated apple slice or something. All right, espresso, apple cider syrup, tonic water.
Ooh. Wow. That's perfect.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's totally
That's
different.
It is, yeah. It's a little less sweet
Yeah.
than the ginger beer, obviously. But it still kind of has that, like, it still cuts through a little bit.
What's it remind me of? It reminds me of a drink I've had. Like a drink you get at the store, like something canned, or like a
really?
soda, but I can't figure out what it is. It's like when you find out like a pop is like a basic flavor and you're like, wait, what?
No, it's
Dr.
not.
Pepper is,
Yeah.
that's tasty. I don't know if you could do both. I think they're too
Tonic
close.
water and ginger beer?
Like, no, like I don't know if you're a coffee shop, I don't know if you could sell both.
No. But
They're too close in some ways.
yes.
Maybe not. Maybe some people have a strong opinion.
I feel like they're close enough.
Yeah.
I still feel like in all of these, though, the apple flavor, like, I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting to be like a apple-y punch.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that came through a lot.
But I kind of like, it's almost like, it's apple-y. Like it's
I think
rich,
it is more than
almost like a crisp, like a very crisp apple, but it's very deep, almost like an apple pie, like
a
cooked
caramel,
apple.
yeah, cooked apple, yeah.
almost
Which
like
is
cooked
apple
apple.
cider, and it cooked more, so it definitely has a little bit of that flavor. Okay, I taste it.
Yeah.
I taste it now that I'm thinking about it.
Yep.
I feel like it's like one of the. I feel like there's two flavors with coffee. I feel like there's like the supporting flavor, I'm gonna call it, and then there's like a highlight flavor.
Yeah.
So like in my mind, a highlight flavor would be chocolate. But even then, you could argue it's supporting. But I feel like there's some, like one of my favorite syrups to do is like a brown sugar cinnamon.
Ooh.
And it's like, when you put it in a latte, it's not like, oh, I taste brown sugar and cinnamon. It just kind of like supports the coffee and adds a little bit to it. And I feel like this, surprisingly enough, being apple, is leaning in that variety.
I would agree. It's just good. It's like, imagine, honestly, the apple definitely comes through more because it's not competing with ginger, which is there's a lot of bold flavors going on. But it's almost like the best apple you've ever, like almost when you cut an apple, how it just smells different than when you taste it. It's like the best version of that in a syrup, where it's just like very crisp.
I'm just gonna drink the whole thing and I'm gonna hurt because it's so.
Dude, I know, man. My eyes are starting to feel weird. Like I've had so much caffeine. It's so refreshing. You know, this is probably like, these two drinks are probably the first time I've always seen people do like mocktails at a coffee shop. And you're just like, they taste okay. I keep going and be like, I just want a latte or give me an iced Americano. This is probably the first time that I'm like, I'd pay $8 for like this drink at a coffee shop. You feel good afterwards. Like,
It's a little lighter than a latte for sure.
way lighter.
And the
than
milk
a latte.
doesn't curl.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of benefits.
There's a lot of benefits.
It's like almost like instead of being like, oh, it's a mocktail, it's just a good drink.
Yeah.
It's not like a substitute. It's not like when you're like, oh, it's gluten-free crust. You're like, no, that is just, that competes.
I feel like there's like you're trying to take something that's not meant for coffee and throw coffee into it.
Yeah.
Instead of coming up with something with a similar idea that's focused on the coffee.
Yeah, this definitely feels like it's focused on the coffee.
Yeah.
That's just tasty. You could do that with so many different types of, like I'm even thinking like our Shikizo would be good. If it was more chocolatey, it'd be good. If it was a little more tangy berry, that cranberry stone fruit, it'd be good. That's just tasty. Okay, so what you need to do, buy some Valkyrie coffee,
Yep.
get yourself a bottle of tonic, go with like some nice ginger beer. Like, there's ginger ale, ginger beer.
You need ginger beer.
Yeah, non-alcoholic. It's just called ginger beer because it's a little more gingery. Fever Tree is like a really nice one.
Yeah.
But man, that's tasty.
I get a little.
If you're in Michigan, get Verner's.
Yeah.
See how that goes.
Yeah. See, I get picky about my ginger beer because this has carbonated. The first ingredient is carbonated water and then sugar. Like I feel like I'm not a kombucha drinker, but like people who like kombucha are like, oh, the first ingredient's carbonated water, it's not like truly kombucha.
Yeah.
Which I feel like it's hard to find ginger beers that are that way. That's
Make
a
your own
side
ginger
change.
beer.
If you made your own ginger beer and it had like a spice,
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. It's easy to make ginger beer, and like ginger's cheap.
could you make an apple ginger beer
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
and then make espresso with that?
You could probably make. You need sugar in your ginger beer to make like a ginger bug.
Oh, you're
to, like,
right.
ferment it. I bet you could use this as your sugar. That's got.
I don't see why you couldn't.
Why you could.
You could potentially even, because it's sugar, water, and ginger, right? Essentially,
That's it.
right?
Yeah, and you just let it ferment.
Yeah. So you could essentially, instead of water, just do apple cider. Because it's got the water and the sugar.
Yeah, I don't know why you couldn't.
Someone's probably already done this, and I'm acting like I just came
yeah.
up with something genius, but
Wow, that one turned out good. This beats the last videos of the pina colada latte. Sounds
so gross.
I know. Lime juice and espresso. We had such high hopes for.
I want to make it work, and we're gonna revisit someday.
So
I want to make it work, but yeah, no.
no, this is try it. It's amazing. 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10.
That's really good.
I'm
And it's
not
something like you could easily do at home.
Yeah, this is the other nice thing.
That's what's nice.
If you could easily do this with an AeroPress, espresso machine.
Would be good with
Would we do the Flex? Or the,
Yeah.
I
Yep.
forget what the brand of that was
I
called.
forget, but yeah.
Yeah, if you have like one of those, like it just does espresso, this is perfect because there's no steaming, no milk. You could easily
Yeah.
get this thing.
Like this is your summer drink.
Yeah. If
Even fall.
maybe cold brew concentrate, but honestly, I would stick to espresso.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is sick.